This is the video introduction to you and IRS collections. And this topic is compliance, tax payment and tax return filing compliance. Now, I'm going to talk to you for just a few minutes about the biggest positive step you can take for yourself, because all of your rights, all of the rights that are made available to you under the federal law, essentially are based on your being in tax filing and tax payment compliance. What that means is the returns that are due from you now and the tax payments that are due from you now have to be filed and paid on time. It's as simple as that. And historically, we've called this putting a bookend on the far end of your IRS problem. So, in a sense, you're back on the horse, you're demonstrating your goodwill and your intention to get into tax payment compliance. And the longer that you're able to establish that, the more credibility you have. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of some of the rights that are dependent on whether you are in taxpayer compliance. Rights, for instance, as to whether you can establish an installment payment plan, whether you can request and obtain and complete a collection due process hearing, an equivalency hearing, whether you can file an offer in compromise and have that processed and reviewed and completed. Now, these are major rights that the federal law extends to a taxpayer with tax problems. And the only thing it requires is that you do what is required of you today. Said in a slightly different way, if you don't show that you're trying to be part of the system, you're not going to enjoy the rights that the system extends to you. So, if you haven't heard it before, you need to understand it completely now. Take the steps that you need to file the returns that are due from you now. So if it's early in the year and before April 15th, even though you may not have filed many tax returns, and there's many of them that are late from you, start with the one that's most recent and get it filed, and then work on the other ones. But get the one that's due from you now filed on time. And catch up with those tax payments. And if you're making estimated tax payments, start paying your estimated tax payments so you can show that you are paying things in a predicting and proactive way. Compliance is everything. And once you're in compliance, you'll be able to enjoy the federal rights that are available to you. Thank you.